Well, the House of Representatives passing a bipartisan resolution condemning Hamas for raping women during its terror attacks against Israel on October 7th. The vote was 418-0, but there was one notable exception. Far-left Democrat Rashida Tlaib voted present. Here to weigh in is the Five co-host Jessica Tarlov. In the tease, I said that some are saying, does she actually then support rape? That might be going too far. Obviously, she would reject that out of hand. But why does she continue to soft pedal what was a planned sexual assaults against the women of Israel during the October 7th attack?
Well, that carries on today. And we've seen that evidence from the hostages who have been released, male and female, detailing the fact that the sexual atrocities that occurred on October 7th have not slowed down because these people have been taken into captivity. It was the cornerstone of the Palestinians' plan to not only be able to kill as many people as possible, take as many hostages as possible, but to rape and torture as many people as possible. And it's in the morning, so I don't want to go too far into the details, but the content of these rapes is so extreme that it's the stuff you wouldn't even put in a movie.
1,000%. This was the vote. I mean, extraordinary. 418 in favor, 0 opposed, 210 Republicans, 208 Democrats. She then tweeted this: "This resolution falls well short of also acknowledging the sexual abuse of Palestinians."
So there is, and I have looked into this, and there has been documentation over the years, certainly, of Israelis abusing Palestinians, but it is not the story today. And your side of the story gets lost in all of this, when you start talking about the other side, both sidesing something like this at this moment.
Jessica, this was a layup for her.
Totally, but she doesn't want it. And I think what's interesting about the squad is it has definitely dissipated, right, over the years. They used to be lockstep with each other. I think AOC was really the first person that kind of decided to take off. And I think that was because of Nancy Pelosi. She said, you've got opportunity, kid, right? You can go somewhere. I'm going to give you the committee assignments that you want. I need you to play ball with us. And now she does things like coming out endorsing Tom Suozzi, campaigning with the establishment, et cetera. Rashida Tlaib is on an island by herself, and it is an island that none of us would ever want to visit. If this is so extreme that Cori Bush doesn't want to touch it, Ayanna Pressley doesn't want to touch it, Ilhan Omar herself represents a constituency that is certainly more prone to side with the Palestinians than the Israelis in all of this. I mean, Rashida Tlaib in Dearborn, Michigan, it's obviously the most extreme case.
Let me ask you just a last question on that. Like, how big a problem is the Democratic softening support for Israel within the squad on that side of the party? How big of a problem is that for Biden and for Israel?
Well, I think they're separate. I think what's going on in Israel, you know, it's an international issue, and Bibi Netanyahu has his own problems, which frankly he's created for himself, and we've talked about that a lot on the Five. For Biden, it is an issue. You look at these margins in these swing states, we're talking about 10, 11,000 votes that decide them. In Michigan, he has not been polling as well as you would expect. He's doing better in a state like Pennsylvania, for instance, where John Fetterman, I think, has been one of the strongest advocates for Israel and really going hard on that. So it's something they're paying attention to. But this is one of the moral issues of our time, and I'm glad that the president is standing firm on this and saying, you know, I obviously care about Palestinian lives. This matters a lot, but this is about October 7th.
Sure is. Our polling has Trump up 2 in Michigan. He lost that state by 3 in 2020.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a battleground yet again. You think about the Arab Americans voting there. And also, Trump's going after the union vote. I mean, he's really trying to bite hard on the Green New Deal and how electric jobs are going to be eventually shipped out of Michigan, at least to maybe some other states, if not overseas. So, Jessica, thanks. We'll be watching it. Thanks for coming on.
We'll see you on the Five.
Yes. See you later.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.